Hi everyone, welcome to another Watercolor Wednesday. I am Allison with a Glimpse Inside blog, and this week I will be teaching you how to paint this little mountain scene with a lake and flowers and some pine trees. I promise it looks difficult, but it's not. We only use 4 stamps to create this cute little painting. So let's get started. For the stamps, we will need from the original foliage set of Art Impression stamps, the little grasses. From the original flower set, we're going to use this little bunch of blooms right here. From the tree set, we're going to use the small pine tree right here in the center. And then from the new mountain set, we're going to use this smaller set. So there's a big one and then this smaller one. We're going to use this little bit smaller one. For the markers that we'll be using, I will be using number 89 persimmon, number 17 steel blue, number 45 sepia, number 5 yellow, number 86 African violet, number 15 olive green, and then number 72 pine green. Again, I use Marvy La Plume 2 markers. You can also use Tombows or any other water-based markers that you may have. Okay, so start by cutting your paper into a 4x4 square. And then we are going to begin with our mountain. And we're going to ink it partly in 2 colors, not all the way in 2 colors. So we're going to start with number 45 sepia. And I'm just going to kind of go where it's going to be a little darker on the mountain and add the sepia. So I'm not doing it all the way. And then I'm going to go back with number 86 African violet, and then I will ink the entire stamp. Okay, so we're going to stamp this just a little bit above center on your paper. So we have room for our lake. There we go. So we have room for our lake and our flowers. So next we're going to pull the color out of the lines. And again, we don't go directly on the lines. You want to go next to the lines. So you kind of drag the color, you touch the line and drag the color out. So even over here where there's, quite a few little lines, you just try to be real careful and just touch them, because you don't want those lines to go away. And then when you just touch the lines, it gives it more of a 3-dimensional look instead of the lines just kind of blending away. So kind of come down through the mountain here, anywhere where, it would be darker because, the sun's not shining, because the different textures of the mountain. You can extend it down. You can kind of give it like a faux base if you want to. I'm going to come on this side a little bit of this one. Okay, so there, that's our mountain. We're not going to do anything else to it, so that was kind of easy peasy. So next, on your palette, I want you to put some African violet, and this is what we're going to do for the water. So for the water, I don't want you to be scared, but we're freehanding this. So get some water on your brush, pinch it off so you don't have a whole bunch, and then we're just gonna brush stroke. I'm gonna turn my paper just a little bit here, but we're gonna just do brush strokes across. You can go up into the mountain a little bit if you want to make it look like the lake's kind of going into that region. It's like much bigger. And I'll leave a little bit of white, just kind of act like some reflection of the water. And just brush back and forth. Once you start getting towards the bottom kind of come down like into a point to kind of give your lake a shape. So I'm going to leave mine like that. I'm going to come back just a little bit and add a little bit more in the back of my lake to just kind of give it a little darker, since that's the farthest part that's away, so it would look darker in person. Okay, so there is our lake. Again, easy. I told you, you just gotta like relax with it. So next we're gonna come to our little pine trees, and we're gonna use number 72 pine green, and we're gonna ink the whole tree up. So I'm gonna just kind of line the sides of the lake to give it more of like a mountain feel. So I'm gonna kind of just stamp my stamp a couple times before I reapply the ink. Come down around the lake as as far or as little as you want. I'm also going to do a little bit, just the tip of back here, just to kind of make it look like the trees go all the way around, kind of like the backside of the lake. And then I'm going to do the same on this side. So you can kind of come up as high as you want, go as little as you want. A couple of it that way. I'm going to come down a little bit more over here. I think I'm going to add one more right there. Okay, so now we're going to add some water to our trees. So with these, you really want to make sure your water is pinched off your brush. And then I'm just going to dab kind of with the shape of the lines of the tree, because I want to leave some of that white space between the branches. It's okay if obviously green gets in there, it's a pine tree, but I don't want it to be completely flat. And the definition between the trees disappear. So I just kind of follow the shape of the tree branches. And you can always extend some color out. And we'll come on this side. Get more water when you need to if you feel like your brush is drying out just a little too much. Okay, and guess what? We are more than halfway through with this painting already. So next we're going to do our little grasses and olive green. And just color that on. And then I'm going to kind of walk it around the edge of the lake a little bit, just to make it look like, long grasses are kind of in this field. And then just kind of put a couple here and there, just to give some definition in this little area. Just imagine you're just kind of standing like on a hill in a field, kind of looking over at this lake. And then we will apply some water. So drag the color up and out of the lines. Okay, so last stamp we're going to use is our little flower blooms. So on my picture, I did two different colors. So I'm going to start with the yellow. And then just kind of, fill in around in those grasses, anywhere that you want a little pop of color. You can do as much as or little as you like. And then I'm going to clean off my brush, or my stamp, I'm sorry. And then I'm going to switch over and use the persimmon. So So again, I'm just gonna kind of add wherever I want a little pop of color. Don't need a whole bunch. I'm gonna color just a tiny bit and add a little group right there, back in those trees. And there you go. So dip your brush in water, pinch it off. I'm gonna start with the yellow blooms. And just kind of dab in front of those. Then I'm going to rinse my brush, pinch it off, and do my red little flowers. Okay, you could leave it just like this if you want. You don't have to add any more grass. I like to add more grass, so on your palette, I'm going to put some olive green. And then just get some on my brush and just kind of paint in some of those gaps. You don't have to do this part if you like it the way it is. I'm kind of a sucker for, like, I feel like it's almost a little too empty. Even though, like, yes, you see grass blades, and so you understand this is grassy region, but I can't just leave it. So if you like it without this section, don't do it. You don't have to. But I'm going to paint the grass in. And next comes our final step. We are going to use our steel blue. Put that on your palette, and this will be your sky. I'm going to flip my painting over. Excuse me. And that way I can kind of just follow the lines of the mountain easier. I'm not going to touch the mountain. I'm going to leave a little bit of space. And I'm just going to kind of go all around the trees and the mountain here. All right, and then I'm going to work my way up. This is another thing that you don't have to paint the whole sky in. You know, you can just kind of give it a little section like this, and then you could be done with it because you have your sky. Again, I don't know. I feel like I have to finish my little square off. Even though that looked totally fine, like I actually liked how that looked. I could have left it and probably been happy with it, but I am just gonna go ahead and finish off the sky here. Get a little more blue on my palette. You know, don't make it completely solid. Leave some of those white spaces to kind of give the sky some motion and some clouds. And then that's it, guys. Like, that's it. I don't even know how long that took. 10 minutes? Sign and date it. Give it to a friend. Put it in a frame to keep for yourself. Who loves the mountains? Maybe you could put thinking of you, or wish you were here if you live in the mountains, or just, you know, happy birthday if it's someone that loves the mountains. It'd be like a perfect little card, or just a gift in general, just to put in a frame. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this little painting, and stay tuned till next week when we conquer another one. I'm gonna make that one a little kind of rainbowish for St. Patrick's Day coming up. So stay tuned. Have a good one.